The main point is that we require a very different view of language. Language typically has been treated as form when teaching students, and so there's a lot of emphasis on, for example, the production of grammatical sentences. Or language is treated as function, so students learn how to, for example, compare, how to contrast. But in that case, still, the understanding of language is limited to that function, but doesn't look at language in its social context. So we propose that language be looked as action. And action, of course, encompasses both form and function, but it looks more at the general context in which communication takes place. One of the biggest implications is that teachers need to develop a new awareness of language. And once again, this is not going to come easily and in a short time. I would like readers to begin thinking about how they use language in their lives and how language is always embodied in the context, but also how we do not just talk, but we move our hands, we smile or we frown, we touch people. Language is action, and it's impossible to separate words, sentences from what we're doing, from the context, from with whom we are doing it, and with how we are being received and either supported or not to carry on those actions. Teacher expertise is something that needs to develop over time because the world changes. The United States, classrooms change, literacies evolve, and so teacher expertise needs to keep responding to that changing environment. What kinds of opportunities do teachers need to be provided so as to develop that expertise, to meet the learner where the learner is, but to run into the future as soon as possible in deep and rigorous ways? That is something that cannot just happen as a result of a workshop. So the federal government, state agencies, school districts need to realize that the road to develop these teachers is going to be long-term, but that the kind of knowledge and the kind of abilities they will develop in teachers, if they plan it in very coherent ways with short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals, will actually be generative. And teachers will then not only be so much better at their task, but will also enjoy their job much more.